basically we modeled you, Tina. The perfect webinar, we stack, boom, boom, which is like they're going, oh my gosh, look at all the results.
To be fair, the labs helped me a lot with optimizing the ads for not only for my own business but for my clients as well.
This is so amazing because you never know what's going on in people's lives, and let me just say that 20 grand was a big freaking deal for me. That was a big deal.
Tina are pushing me out of my comfort zone because I would never have thought I could do this. So getting around people like you is really going to help me in that growth. So
that's a big shout out to everyone from AIpreneurs team. Definitely everyone. That is absolute game changing community, not for me, but as you can see for everyone else. It's big wins, and to congrats to all of the other ones as well.
So let's just start the ceremony. Tatiana, maybe you can start sharing the screen, and we first of all congratulate the top 5 in the leaderboard of the free community.
Yes, absolutely.
If they are in here, please raise your hand. Let us know you're here. I know Nicole is here. I'm looking forward to having a one-on-one with you. And then we could go to share the wins from the mastermind. And everyone, you can just share your win. How did you achieve that? What was your funnel look like? What was your strategy look like? Because the point for everyone to learn from the winners. And at the end of the session, everyone, they can have 5 minutes share, 10 minutes share. Then we're going to get the votes and announce the winner. So it's based on the voting system.
Very exciting.
If you guys decide who's going to be the winner, according to the pitch, what they achieve. So
yes. Yeah, correct. So we are very excited. I think we have so many wins this in April. It was crazy month. I was like, wow, so many huge wins. This is amazing. So let us start with the free community, right? So in the free community, a lot of you guys are very, very active, and actually it was a crazy race. So I saw people are just racing from number 7 to number 5 and just hopping and leaping and jumping. It was fun to watch. But yeah, we got our top 5. So Nicole, congratulations. You are number 1. And then we have Pamela Morin. I don't know if Pamela is here. If you're here, just shout out to us in the chat. Eugene has been fighting for the top 5. I feel like for half of the year already. He's always been in the top 10, but never in the top 5. So huge shout out to Eugene. Congratulations, you finally made it to the top 5. And Alicia, you're always there. That's fantastic. You are everywhere, right? In the mastermind, in the free, omnipresent. That's good. That's good for the business. And Elena, congratulations. Elena was very, very surprising for me because she was at the bottom of the top 10, right? She was I think top 10 and then top 9. The day before announcing the winners, she was top 7, and then suddenly I opened the leaderboard and she's in the top 5. Wow! Oh my goodness, Elena, you made it! So congratulations to Elena. Fantastic! I'm telling you guys, the race is crazy. So congratulations, and you won the free ticket to attend AIpreneurs Mini Mastermind. You're going to be coached and guided and get your strategy mapped out. So it's a huge, huge opportunity. If anyone is here else who's from the free community only, guys, make sure you participate in the free community. And how actually do you become top 5? You comment, you post, you engage, you show up, right? You add value to the community, and that's how you earn the points. This is how the Skool system works, and you become the top 5, right? So just showing up and being there, and you can become the next top 5 for the next month. So hopefully we will have a lot of new people getting to the top 5. I think this is a very, very exciting opportunity. And now let us talk about the mastermind. Mastermind community has even been crazier this month. I was like, wow. I feel like May was really March was really quiet. Yeah, I don't think we had any wins in March, Atana. And then suddenly in April, it feels like you plant a seed and it starts growing. That's how I feel about community at the moment for Mastermind, right? So a lot of you guys joined back in December and January, and you've been working really hard in your businesses, and now we finally start seeing the results, and it's absolutely rewarding to see all of that. So we've got 4 people in...
Tatiana, I think.
5 people, yes. 5 people in April who absolutely got fantastic results, smashed it. I'm pretty sure there's much more, but a lot of people got back to me and said, hey, I'm not sure if this is a good win to share, right? So just a reminder, guys, that every win is a good win. And by the way, the winner is decided by the community. So no matter what win it is, just make sure you post your win, and the community will decide. It's up to the community to decide if you're going to be the winner or not, right? It's more about the journey. It's what you learn throughout this month, right? So the community is the judge. So no matter what win you have, make sure you post it and share with the community. It's absolutely priceless. But our top 5 today for this month are, the first one is Jonathan Mitchell. Congratulations, Jonathan. So Jonathan sold 2 premium packages for 41K. Absolutely crazy. Well done, Jonathan. So we'll be really, really keen to hear all about that. Yes. And then the next one is Leo. Leo is absolutely amazing. He has such a crazy hero's journey of going through the struggle and finally getting amazing, amazing results with his webinar registrations. And he's projecting 60K per month. This is huge. So we are absolutely keen to hear all about that, Leo, as well. Well done. And the next one is Jennifer Brunelli. Jennifer Brunelli, like, she went all in. She was like, enough is enough. I'm going to sell my first funnel. So she just picked up the phone, started doing a lot of cold calling, and sold her first 20K funnel. Congratulations, Jennifer. We're so, so proud of you. Well done. And finally, I would say one of the biggest highlights of this month is Marcos Reyes. Marcos, are you here on the call? Let us know if you are here with us in the chat.
I'm here.
Good to see you, Marcus. Good to see you, Marcus. So Marcus is incredible. He literally joined the community a week ago, 7 days or even 6 days ago. And what he did was absolutely phenomenal. He had one coaching session with Atena, one-on-one, very, very full-on, power-on. And she worked completely on Marcus's mindset, on his beliefs, on his confidence. And he did something amazing that helped him to increase his revenue and hit 12K, additional 12K a month, I should say, right? So we will dive into that today as well and discuss with Marcos, how did that happen, right? Because for a lot of you guys, you may be already sitting on a lot of money and you don't know about it, and you just need to go and make one little tweak. So there's so many juicy stories today, and I'm so excited to hear all of that and dive deeper and to hear more about your success and your hero's journey, guys. So Atina, to you.
And Sam, we missed Sam.
We miss Sam. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry, Sam. Yes, and Sam. We've been working with Sam for like, I think, a month for now. And Sam has been absolutely amazing. Like, to tell you the story about Sam, I got on a phone call with Sam for the first time. And I'm like, okay, how are you going? And like, I was expecting like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. And Sam is like, I already have my ads running. I already have my funnel running. Oh my goodness, Sam, you're absolutely crushing it. So I was so surprised to see that Sam has taken so much action. And just literally 2 days ago, I think, or even yesterday, Sam reached out to me and said, hey, I hit my first 10K month. I was so over the moon about that. So Sam has huge, big goals for the next month. We're projecting to go to 20 and 30K and above that. So Sam, you're absolutely an action taker. I'm so, so proud of you. And we would love to hear as well about your story, if there were any struggles along the way, because I remember there were a few no-shows for your calls, right? And how you tackle that is very interesting and very valuable for the community to learn as well. So yes, a lot of juicy stories, and we are so keen to dive into this right now. So Atina, back to you.
Thank you so much, Tatiana. We're going through everyone's story, and amazing. Amazing. Congratulations to everyone that shared their story. I'm pretty sure there are more wins. Some people are quiet, but they're gonna come. And February was also a very big month. I think we have like 4 or 5 wins, and the dip became the won the AIpreneurs game, and I interviewed her in my podcast in Miami in the beach. So if you guys haven't watched that interview, make sure you go watch it. The Tatiana can pop the link in the YouTube. So yeah, so for the AIpreneurs game is how it works is that the prize is $1,000 cash prize that I'm gonna transfer to you guys to one of you today, to one of you, whoever's that gonna win. And also you get the opportunity to be interviewed in my podcast. Then my podcast is going to be shared in my YouTube, in the free community, and also the email. But you're going to get some publicity, and also there is a secret gift as well. We don't announce the secret gift, but it's definitely worthwhile. And thank you so much, everyone, for that. They took action. And if you're not part of the list this month, then May is opportunity, right? Every month you have opportunity to win that game. So work hard for it, plan for 30 days, and share your wins. All right, so who wants to go first? If anyone needs to leave early, please feel free to go first. Just share your journey for 5-10 minutes. And who wants to share first? So
We're
we got
gonna do like a quick interview with all of you guys so that the community can learn from you and from your success. So if anyone wants to go first, just let us know. Marcus, Leo, Jonathan, Sam, Jennifer.
five. If you guys not gonna be volunteer, we're gonna call someone.
I'm happy to go first. Let's go for it.
All right.
Let's go, Sam.
1 second. Here we go. Congratulations, Sam. You signed
you
up
very
6
much.
people. All right. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the month was really, really slow, and I really struggled. And then I jumped on a few calls with Tatiana where she helped me with increasing my show up rate because we were booking calls, but we weren't getting people showing up. So I discussed with Tatiana about that, and then I actually spoke with Leo as well. Funny enough, and Leo helped me with that as well. And then all of a sudden we went from like a 25% show rate to an 83% show rate within the week, which changed the game completely. And a few things like that I implemented was an hour before the call, we sent them over a testimonial video of one of our best testimonials. And it was just a simple, like, here's how Lloyd made 7,000 in revenue in just 21 days. And that was our best testimonial. And we just shot that over to them beforehand and they loved it. So that was one thing that I found was really impactful. And then obviously the standard stuff as well, like calling them same day or the day before. And just in all honesty, like just the basics, but doing the basics really well. And I know it's really boring to say that because everyone says it, but if you really do the basics well, you get to the positions that you're in. And I've always like wanted to get to a 10K month. It's always been something that I've wanted to do. And so it's really nice to like finally reap the rewards of getting there.
That's amazing. A small change being big swing, right? That's something that we constantly talk about. Like Marcos gonna share his story, but that's basically what happened to Marcos. He came to us. I had one session with him for an hour, and I completely told him, okay, do you want to double your revenue overnight? And was like, what are you talking about? Because I said, what is your goal for 12 months? He said, to double my revenue in 12 months. I said, what about if that's gonna happen overnight? He was like, are you joking? You're not serious. I said, I am serious, and I tell you how. Right? Just a small strategy, and he took action same day and double revenue overnight, right? So guys, this sort of thing that you need to think about. Sometimes small things can have a big swing in your business. It doesn't have to be complicated. So that's amazing. Thank you so much for sharing. And do you mind to share a little bit about your lead generation strategy? Like how do you get those calls booked to your calendar?
Yeah, so I have a team of appointment setters, cold calling appointment setters on Go High Level, and I also run ads as well. And to be fair, I really struggled with ads for a while, booking meetings, and then I kept hopping on calls with Azrael, and he showed me the basically the best way to do it, which was creating lookalike audiences, the right targeting. And ever since that, I mean, like the ads are doing way better than what they already are, and I feel like progress even further. So hopping on those calls was really, really helpful. So that's the first thing, and then having a team of appointment setters as well was really good because you just gain leverage from that. Like you don't have to worry. I used to, like a couple of months ago, was doing everything in the business from like the marketing, getting calls booked, the service delivery. And so it's quite nice now to not have to worry about the lead generation side of stuff because I know that that's sorted and we're just continuously trying to optimize it and increase the appointment booking rate, lowering our CAC as much as possible. And yeah, just going on the journey, which that's what it's for.
Well, then that's what the coaching is for, right? So Azrael is one of our coaches in the mastermind community. That guy is the king of Facebook. He take care of all of our paid advertising himself. So he's not just one of the coach. He's the behind our $1 million webinar. Very, very high value coach, one of the best in the world, authority, international speaker. So those of you in the mastermind that not attending the Azrael's calls, please do so, because you're not going to miss the opportunity of getting so much high value. And he's very good in the detecting the leak. For example, you're going to say, I run a Facebook ad, it doesn't work. There's not such a thing like it doesn't work to Azrael. He always going to say, let me have a look at your ads. And then he go have a look. Within 5 minutes, he instantly can tell you what the issue is, right? So that's why you need to get this high level coaching. Don't try to do everything yourself, figure everything yourself. Learn from someone that's been doing that for decades, been working for billion-dollar company, billion-dollar campaign, and they know what they're doing, because they literally 5 minutes of strategy can have a huge swing in your business, right? So that's the advantage of coaching. Well done, Sam. So what is the goal here? Like, what is the goal for next month, or the projected goal for the next 6 to 12 months?
Yeah, I mean, like, so a bit of context as well. So I also work a full-time job as a teacher. I'm leaving in July, but you have to give a term's notice here in the UK. So I've got a period of time before I leave. But the goal is a 15 to 20K a month. And that's why for me, like, a leverage was so huge, because most of my time I couldn't spend on the business unless it was in early morning or in the evenings. And so the next step now is to hit a 20K month this month.
Amazing.
And
And leave your jobs.
I know the things that I need to do that. It's just increasing the appointment booking rate, optimizing the ads as much as possible, and then building out a system which is going to help me. And that's where to be fair, the labs help me a lot with optimizing the ads, for not only for my own business, but for my clients as well.
You can fulfill the client easily, right? Very quickly, can create a
Yeah.
business text and start fulfilling that. Lab is the our AI award-winning AI software that we use for marketing. So we are the world's leading authority on the marketing for AI. That's what we do. We did a lot of innovation. We don't use just ChatGPT. So I'm the creator behind all of this. And that's the thing, like every day that the members coming with something, we come up with a problem in the business, we just go add more tools into it. And now we're at the stage of actually creating the sales tool. That's the good news for you, Sam, as well. Once the sales tool comes, it's going to be appointment setter, like setter scorecard. We're going to have the closer scorecard. We're going to have a playbook. We're going to have the scripts. We're going to have analyzing the calls. So basically, we're going to create a sales manager, virtual AI sales manager that take care of all the closes, the setter, analyzing, creating the scorecard, creating the system. So I've been working behind the scenes so hard on that, because I believe so the business, to be able to build a $1 million business or billion-dollar business, you need 3 things. The fundamental, you need the fulfillment, you need the sales, and you need the marketing. There's only 3 things you need to work on: sales, marketing, fulfillment, right? So what we did there, all the innovations are on the marketing side. Next is the sales, and it's coming up very soon. And then you guys are going to be the very first that you're going to get invitation to have access to the tools. And well done in taking actions and believing that you could do it, and just, continuously not giving up, basically, because, like Sam, for example, you started that, no one showed up, you didn't get disappointed, you got on a call with the Tatiana, you got some advice, and then also you leverage the community as well, right? So guys, try to connect with each other. Like Sam, now he's gone there. He has a sales team, right? If you want to leverage his, go have a chat with him. Like he said that he talked to Leo. Leo gave him some advice. So it's not just about us helping you, it's about the community as well. This mastermind community, all of you are really good on some areas. Try to collaborate with each other, learn from each other, make friendship, have coffee catch up. So take advantage of that. Community is everything.
Yeah.
And amazing. Thank you so much, Sam, for sharing. So we
Thank
got
you,
come back to
Sam.
you at the end when it comes to
No,
Well
the
thank
done.
you. Thank you very much for the
Congratulations.
help.
no problems at all. We cannot wait to see that you just grow every day and have more wins coming through. All right. So who wants to go next? Jonathan, I can see you smiling. I'm gonna bring you on. Here we go. Jonathan, it's the
All
second
right.
time that actually talking, because the first time was in February, and it was a very, very close race between Jonathan and Deb, because they both had big wins. And it was very, very hard to make a decision. But Deb ended up winning the AIpreneurs game in February. And we cannot wait to hear
She
see.
completely deserved it. 100% deserved it.
Yeah, so let us know about your wins this month. What did you achieve?
Awesome. So a couple of things. I'll share something that just developed in a really great development that happened. First of all, hi everyone. This is such a great community. Yeah. So again, I know it may sound like a broken record, but that time spent listening to you in Vegas at that the Vegas Mastermind, okay, for me was a major game changer, because I really understood the power, okay, of not just the power, but the how. How do you develop a really irresistible offer? I'd never really gone through that practice, and see you doing it live. Your thought process was, and also the understanding. Okay, sometimes our first iteration is not the best, so we got to do multiple iterations until boom, cracks the code. So. But one of the things I did for the offer first is I decided to raise significantly the prices. So for one of the platinum, we went from 19 to 25, and then for the gold package, we went from 13, I believe, to 17. Now, with that being said, I figured I could also offer, as part of the irresistible, offer, okay, a massive discount, but one-time savings. I don't like the word discount, but a savings. And so I figured if I had a family that had two kids and I could offer those packages for a total of 41,000, I could offer us 8,000 for the first, and then the second, okay, which is a little bit at 5,000 for kind of a family savings. And so that's how it came up with ultimately the 28. But I also found something else, okay? It's one thing to offer the huge incentive of price savings, but it's also a different thing, okay? How do you come up, okay, with added value where when they look at the combination of the price savings and all the added value, they're like, we will be freaking insane, okay, to walk away from this, because of premium packages is all about value. I have to get their mind focused not on price but on value. And so I believe after the several iterations, I tested. I think it was the fifth iteration, and they loved it. They absolutely loved it, and they went for it so basically it was for around $29,000 totals. But I gave them literally 48 hours, okay, to talk, to talk it over. I don't like high pressure sales. I don't a lot. I don't like someone telling me you only have 1 hour, okay, to get the $15,000 or $10,000. So I gave them, okay, 2 days to talk it over, okay, with their families. However, so you're aware, before the strategy session, we do an indoctrination series. In essence, emails and text messages designed to ensure that by the time they meet with me, they know I'm the expert in this field. It's like I'm the go-to guy. So I want to, the purpose obviously is to bring down price resistance. After the meeting, we do want to do a post campaign, a post strategy session campaign, and obviously, we emailed them a recap of the offer, all the items. And it's like we stack. Basically, we modeled you, Tina. The perfect webinar. We stack, boom, 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 and so to get a recap, some maybe one more, okay, testimonial and what have you. But ultimately, there's also countdown, And so, so what happens? So you're aware, I just share this very openly. They're literally, I now have 48 hours. So the first email is the recap. Second email that comes on day number one, after the strategy session, are additional case studies. Then basically on day number two, we start to accelerate. They get more and more and more of these case studies, which is like they're going, oh my gosh, look at all the results. And then I basically do a second recap of the offer. Typically, I would do this around 4 p.m. The deadline, and then I do a final one. Okay, it's like don't miss out. You in this case would be like your $13,000 one-time savings, and I do this around 6 or 7 p.m. And then obviously there's the countdown and what have you. So the cool thing, okay, is they actually went ahead. I didn't have to wait till the second day. They literally did the first day. They talked it over because we have to have multiple decision makers. It's not just the parents, but the kids also have a buy-in and so forth. And so, boom, they sent us a text, basically it says we're in, and they literally provided their credit card, on on Stripe, and literally we did the onboarding, the very next day and so forth. Another thing I found is the speed of implementation. I want them to know the moment, okay, they make the commitment, it's a deluge of service. Boom, 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 obviously, which we do, of course, through the onboarding. So that was the first. So that was the first thing. The second thing is, it's like I did something I've never done before. We had also a very good month in March, and so I decided to invest, in a marketing agency for the funnel and the work. So we already used AI to, your software to enhance the messaging. But I decided, I'm not going to do it this time like I've always done, like was like the done with you. I'm just going to basically hand it over to them. And I told my VA who was being trained for 2 years, she's very, very tech savvy. I literally let go of my need to control the project. I trusted her to go, you're going to spearhead this project. You take over. And if there are questions, feel free to, and she was the go-to. And it was a very, very different experience to literally let go, and just pop in, okay, where I needed to. So for me, I came in at the tail end where I got to, finesse the final copy and what have you. But basically, between her and then they did 80%. I just came at the very tail end, tweaked things. And by the way, Tatiana, thank you. You were a huge factor in that final tweak, which I submitted to them and so forth. And, so you were captions, very specific captions for the videos on the registration page for the webinar. And so, yeah. And the final thing I want to share, I'm super thrilled, is, you're talking about fulfillment. If we do a good job, clients are going to be happy. One client just a week ago has texted me, I would love for you to participate in our annual silent auction. If you're willing to give away one of your items, your coaching packages, we will display that as a silent auction. And so you're aware, there are going to be 1,000 parents at this event from South Pasadena High School. And South Pasadena High School has been that zip code, okay, where we've had a lot of business over the years and so forth. So we're participating in this. I'll be actually having surgery during that period, eye surgery, but we figured out how to leverage it so I don't even have to show up. We just basically ship them all the items, the actual auction items that they're going to auction, the display sheet. So, and we're going to use AI. We're going to use this stuff to automate the process and so forth. So just pure leverage. So anyway.
And for those who doesn't know, tell the community, what do you do? What are your services?
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm the founder of the College Prep Pro. Very specifically, we specialize in helping high, motivated and driven students get admitted into their dream colleges and so forth. Yeah.
And
That's good. That's good.
How much is your offer? Because you said that you made 40K this month. Sorry.
Yeah. So the total, so you're aware, okay. So the total was 41,994. And so
it's very, very exact. That's a left brainer number.
41,900.
It's like even the sense, like he's got it right. I love it because a lot of people, how much did you make last month? They say, I think roughly around. I'm like, okay, that's the right brainer. Go to the left brainer.
And so I gave them literally, so there are two packages. I gave them for the first one $8,000 off, and then for the second one $5,000 off. So literally it was a 28. So the Stripe invoice was for 28,994.007.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so good. You're such a cool. I love that. I love coaching people like you that they know the numbers, because I'm a left-brained number person myself too. And I have a spreadsheet with everything. And with that blueprint sensor, you can like, okay, how can we increase this show up rate from 10 to 50? How can we increase this to this? And then every week, just increasing like one number, 4% of everything. If you can increase it in your market sales, all of a sudden after 6 months, you triple or 10 times your business. This is why you need to understand your number, guys. If you have sales team, you need to know your show up rate. You need to know your close rate. You need to know if you're doing the appointment setter, you need to know all the numbers from that appointment setter. How many calls they need to take a day? How many calls they need to be picked up? How many of those calls go at least 5 minutes conversation? How many of those that lead to book a call? And how many of the book a call are qualified? These are the 5 metrics you need to understand when you have a sitter. If you don't know those metrics, how can you improve it? How can you do quality control? Yeah, know your numbers is very important. Jonathan, fantastic. I can see that you're very precise about knowing. Yeah.
Yeah. One last thing I'd like to share, and this is the gift you gave me, the mindset, and you gave all of us in Vegas. Besides, all right, your pivoting and your abilities, like first webinar, no one showed up, went back to the table, tweaked, then maybe there were two, then you tweaked the offer, and then on the fifth or sixth, boom. The other thing I got from you and is every day practice doing something, Kay, that I'm very uncomfortable with and I'm unfamiliar with. That was a huge mindset gift because I have a tendency of wanting to take the passive least resistance, like not go where it's really do the things that are comfortable and I'm familiar with. But you taught us it's like do the thing that you're unfamiliar with.
Every
Like this
day.
whole silent auction, it's like I've never done the silent auction, but we figure it out. We're all entrepreneurs. We're gonna figure it out. If we're willing to do the things that we're not unfamiliar with. So anyway, thank you,
Oh,
Tina.
yeah,
That's fantastic. Like we AIpreneurs, we do unfamiliar things daily.
daily.
Right? Daily, every day. Not like one off, not once a week. Every day you wake up, say, what is the unfamiliar things? And it's actually I started creating a joke between my family and friends because sometimes they say, hey, Atana, you want to do this? I'm like, what? They say, you're gonna do unfamiliar things daily, right? So I was in Vegas. One of my friends said, let's go to the strip club. I was like, strip club? Oh my gosh, my husband's gonna kill me. And I said, you said you're gonna do unfamiliar things daily. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like, this is coming back to me every day. So yeah, definitely. Thank you so much, Jonathan. Big win. And tell us, like, as a last thing, what is your goal for the next month, for the next 6 months and 12 months? Like, what is the your projection goal and where do you want to go then?
Yeah. So one quick thing about uncomfortable. As you're probably aware, I attended your event less than 2 weeks after escaping the fires, and that was like a huge step into like, oh my gosh, what the F are you doing? Okay, you're going Vegas, okay, and still dealing, okay, with the FEMA and everything and the insurance, battling the insurance. It was really uncomfortable, but I'm very glad. So in terms of the goals, with this launch, this goal is to optimize and scale our ads and what have you. I want to first get to 40 consistently, and then at the end of the month, at the end of the year, I want to be hitting 100,000 by the end of this year. So
consistently, that's amazing. That's amazing. Amazing goal. You get there. You can say, I'm gonna get there 100%. As long as you show up, you get all the support in this community. There's nothing that is short, and you just need to show up and keep the momentum going.
Well
yeah,
done.
you're awesome. Thank you so much,
You're
Tatiana.
awesome
From the
too.
from the bottom of my heart, okay, to the community, to you, Tatiana, and obviously, okay, to you, Tina. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you too.
So much. A big shout out to Tatiana, everyone. Just give lots of love to Tatiana in the chat. And she's been so amazing, just supporting you all. When you have down moments, you just send her message. She always lifts you up. Lots of strategy, lots of support. Oh, I love this that's coming up. Thank you so much. So we going to there's fires and love, and Tatiana is a game changer legend. Tatiana is amazing. So
Thank you.
helpful. Thank you so much, guys. Just gonna well done, Jonathan, Heart and fires. All right, so who wants to go next? So we have Jennifer, we have Marcus,
And we have Leo.
and Leo. So who wants to go next?
Maybe we do Marcus? Marcus?
I suggest ladies first.
We go Marcus first because he's a new member and he wants to share his story. Here we go, Marcus.
Yeah, I wanted to go last.
Let's start with introduce yourself. Introduce yourself about what you do to begin with, and what is your offer, and then you can share the story of your win.
Yeah, so what I do, I'm a software engineer and consultant, contractor. I got my own business. It's basically a one-person business, and but I work for a government contract and get paid extremely well. But so I met with Atina this past Sunday, and of course it was a great meeting, but what came out of it is she said, "Hey, I should ask for a raise on my rate." And so at first I was like, a lot of fear went through me, because I was thinking, am I going to ask? There's no way I'm going to get a raise. I'm already, yeah, that advertised rate and what I make is almost like twice, is already double. So, the good thing is I worked on my mindset. I've been listening to a lot of all the different speakers that talk about mindset, and didn't realize how important that was. But so after the call, I almost called my boss and said, "Hey, I want to raise my rate." And so I waited. I thought I'll sleep on it. And the good thing is, sleeping on it helped me also get me ideas. Um, so on Monday, I called him, and he was like, "Well, we could give you a 3 to 5% raise." And I was like, "What?" And then he was like, "What? But we do have extra money on the contract, so I mean, you could work extra hours." And so basically, I was like, "Yeah." And through that, also pitched him that I could support other teams, other departments, and but through the extra hours, it's the equivalent of $12,000 per month. And so I was excited. I was like, "Wow!" And I didn't really even think about asking. I was already, my mindset was already closed. And so I was excited. I reached out to Tatiana and to Atina, let them know. And I had a follow-up call on Wednesday. And so I was excited. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, it's going to be a lot of hours, so, and I've been waking up at 5 in the morning now to, you know, be able to be ready for all this. And then, but on the follow-up call with Tatiana, we were talking about goals, talking about, and then Atina got on it and said, "Hey, I should go back and ask for a raise." And I was like, "What? A raise? They're already giving me more money." So I didn't say this, but I was thought, man, she's crazy. What are you telling me? And again, a lot of fear was going through me, and because I already feel like I'm making a lot of money. But the one thing I did also, I listened to a YouTube video that asked about how to ask for a raise, and I think Simon Sinek is um, and what he said is change the question instead of asking for a raise, ask for the way I worded it is I asked him, "Hey, how can you help me so I can get to a higher pay band?" So almost like have him be part of the solution, and um and how long would it take to get there? And right away, he was like, "Well, I'm already asking for the 3 to 5% raise. How much are you looking for?" And I remember Atina saying, "Well, double your rate." And I was like, "Double my rate?" And I was like, so I ended up, I did ask for 20% more, but it's really like yearly, it's like a $60,000 raise. So I felt, so I felt good about that. I'm still waiting on that. That was yesterday. So I asked, and it's kind of interesting how it, both Tatiana and Tina are pushing me out of my comfort zone because I would never thought I could do this. So that's where I got to where I'm at. I'm new to the community, so I'm having it. I've started looking at the boot camp, started looking at videos, and but the good thing is, what I'm feeling too is I need to get around people like this in order to be able to grow. And I think that's the biggest thing. I heard that today in one of the videos. It was more about growing to be the best person I can be, and getting around people like you is really what is going to help me in that growth. So, but yeah, that's
100%.
how yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at today.
Marcus was saying, my sister sitting around making 300K a year. That's like, very good. I'm like, why 300? Why not 1 million? Why not one? And was like, what? I never thought of like anything about like $1 million. What are you talking about? And yeah, we started mapping out a full strategy about how he can get to $1.5 million from start to finish. How many clients does he need to have? How much his offering needs to look like? How much his lead generation strategy needs to look like? I think we ended up coming up with 5 clients only that get you there. But it's all about mindset shift, right? He thinks that he can charge more. Then all of a sudden he go back to it. He gets 12K increase straight away. And I'm like that, okay, what about not double? What about like another 10K, another 20K? I was like, what are you talking about? And it's already, I was like, Joe, go ask for it. What is the worst case scenario? What is the best case scenario? What is the likely scenario? Worst case scenario, they're gonna say no, you're gonna say no worries, right? You got nothing to lose. But this is just all the mindset shift, right? Mindset shift, trying to set up a bit of big goal because some of you just really stuck on, if I make 10K a month, I'm the happiest person in the world. You have the very, very limited mindset about how much money you can make. And one thing that completely changed my mindset about falling in love with making money was this, because I grew up with my parents telling me that everyone that's rich is either drug dealers or they work for the terrorist governments. This was literally my mindset. So I hated being rich. I always look at the rich people as bad people. And until that something happened, a breakthrough, a very big breakthrough happened to me in 2023, that I attended a UPW with Tony Robbins. And that was something that he
Mm.
said that was so stick with me. Like I started crying straight away. I was like, I've been told lie my whole life. He said that your bank account shows how many people you helped. Your bank account shows
Wow.
how many people you helped. And
Mm.
that's like literally I got goosebumps. I was like, oh my gosh, why I never look at the
Mm.
money like that? Right? Why never look at this, like the more money that I make, that means more people are into my group. That means more people that I help. Then completely shifted my mindset, and it got to the point I was like, I want to become a billionaire because that means that I help the whole world. So this is not about the money. I don't need to have $1 billion to be happy. I'm already happy. It's more about when you have a tangible goals, that is money. You tangible goals, you know the numbers, you work through the numbers to push yourself for the marketing, for the sales, for the strategy to get there. That's why you need to have a tangible goal and it has to be big and you need to have a strong why. So this sort of thing, if any of you just sitting there, you just want to have 5K a month thinking, well, I'm going to be happy, you need to think of that differently if you really, really want to impact the world. That's your success is your duty. The more money that you make, that more people that you could sell to, the more people you could help. And that's something that, Tatiana, that she so much believe in the product. I so much believe in the product that every time that she couldn't close someone on a call, she get guilty. And she says that I feel so bad because I know this person going to continue suffering. And she feels so guilty. Sometimes she get emotional and cries. He said, I know this person going to suffer because I couldn't close her out and I'm sorry. Why? Because she truly believed in the product. She truly believed that we could help someone to change their lives if they want to, right? If you really want to take action, there is absolutely 100% guarantee that you will achieve your goals. Whatever big your goals are or small, you just need to take action and show up. And like the Marcos, I really, really appreciate that you went out of your comfort zone. I know that you were like, oh my gosh, what are you talking about? Like you were so, it was so hard for you to, you had the fear, like we could feel like me and Tatiana, we could feel the shake. Like even the second time that I get back to it was like, go ask for double. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then I could see that, but really well done on you that you took action, you went over your fear and you did something out of your comfort zone. Congratulations, because you're on the way to growth.
Well done, 100%. It's like a lot of people will probably just go and sit on it and think for months, right? And you just
Yeah.
went all in and just
Straight away, right after the
yeah,
call.
yeah. It
That
shows a lot, a lot. You have so many great things waiting for you, Marcos, because you are ready to accept this coaching, you're coachable and you're ready to take action. I think these are the most powerful things.
Yeah,
amazing.
thank you. Thank you.
Being coachable, taking action, the two things that you guys need. And then example is another Leo that we're gonna pull him next. And Leo is coachable and is not coachable. Like he
No, no, no,
literally
no, no.
he
No, I
did
have to say, Jessica has to go first because of ladies first. I have to give it first. So, first to
no.
Jessica. Please, ask for it.
We're gonna have Jessica. It's Jennifer.
Oh, Jennifer, sorry,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
Jennifer. Okay, well, Leo, we come back to you for next because I gave you advice 2 months ago. I told you exactly what you need to do. You didn't listen to me. And you were arguing with me. Literally, there's a recording. He was arguing with me. I'm like, okay, you know what? I told Tatsen, I said that he's gonna go, he's gonna hit his head on a rock, he take his lesson, he come back. And then he went quiet. He went quiet, he didn't show up for 4 or 5 weeks. And I wasn't quite sure. And then he come back and said, you were right. I told you so, right? So that's sometimes that you're not coachable. You need to go and take the lesson yourself, and then you come back and say you were right, right? So that's the advantage of being coachable and trust this that we are here to help you, and we have a lot of experience to get you there. It's like what the Jonathan said. He came to the mastermind, he modeled us. He said, Atana, I just model you. I just model your strategy. I model your follow-up strategy. Everything you did, we just copied because we give everyone a snapshot. How many of you here in the mastermind that you got our snapshot of our webinar funnel, our Canva templates or a follow or automation. You actually plug it into your GHL and use it. Not all of you, right? But those of you that did, then you started getting the result. So be coachable and take action. I think that's the two things, and a mindset. Do something and familiar every day, right? So Jennifer, you're next. Hi, Jennifer. And your story is very interesting, right? Because you just decided, you know what? I'm just gonna go all in. I'm gonna sell a 20K package, high ticket. I don't care. I'm gonna make money this week. And all of a sudden, she comes to the session and then she showed us, okay, Atana. I talked to a couple of people. I saw one. I was like, what? All right, tell everyone about that story.
So I was inspired by Deb and her success. And she was like, because I know we've been told maybe try the 5 for free and then half price. And then as you get better and you get your testimonials, go for it. But I remember Deb had just gone, hell no, 20 grand. She'd just gone for it. So I was like, Deb can do it. I can do it. And I was not confident. I was not confident. But I just, you said about the 100 strategy, the people that you know. And I suddenly thought, because I know a bit about real estate and I do up houses and stuff. So I know all the agents. And I thought, hang on a minute, I know a whole bunch of people who sell expensive real estate. So each deal that they do will be 30 to 50K. So if I say to them, I can get you, for example, 100 leads in 2 months, which was the solar in a box thing that you did, 200 leads a month, but obviously I'm not a marketer like you are, so I just thought, well, I'll try and go for half of that, which is still incredible.
And more offer with the guarantee.
Exactly. And so I remembered, so the call was really, really funny because parts of it were what Atena told us to say and showed us to say, and was really confident, sounded fantastic, mixed in with absolute rookie. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm all a rabbit in headlights moments, which is pretty funny. But I talk a lot. So I managed to stay mute and ask 90% of questions, which was amazing. And I managed to get out at the start of the call, how much on average do you make per deal? And then what would it mean to you so these are the things I remembered. What would it mean to your business if I could say, I'll get you 100 leads or whatever? And when I told her what my offer was, she was like, and I said, oh, and really casually, I was like, well, I charge, 20 grand for this. And she was like, yeah, that sounds fantastic. And I was like, oh my God. And then at that point, I remembered I was so happy. I remembered just like, shut up. Because I remember seeing the Hormozy video and he was like, when somebody agrees, stop talking. Don't talk yourself out of the deal, which is really hard for me because normally I'd be like running around in my pants like Will Ferrell going, oh my God, 20 grand, and like just talking and talking and talking, very excited. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. That sounds great. Okay, I'll get back to you. And put the phone down. Then I ran around in my pants. It was very exciting. So yeah, so the plan for this month is get that done. Make sure I deliver, make sure I fulfill, like Atena said, you've got the three areas, because what I want to do is for my first client, I want to make sure that she just thinks I'm the best thing that she's ever seen. And then she'll tell everyone else because it's a small area. Then they'll tell everyone else. And then I'll have fantastic testimonials. And I can use what I learned on this call, which was send in when I'm doing the paid advertising an hour before, then I can send a fantastic testimonial to people, which will really convince them. And how good is that? What a great idea. So I'll use that. So going forwards, I just want to make sure I do a really great job on this first one, and I'll have the confidence and I'll have done the whole thing end to end. And then I'll be able to really go out and just friggin' go bananas. So come on. Sorry. It's very exciting. And just to say it's amazing. This is so amazing because you never know what's going on in people's lives. And let me just say that 20 grand was a big freaking deal for me. That was a big deal. So thank you very much. That's
thanks. What is the goal now? Like, what is the goal for the next 6 to 12 months?
It just sounds ridiculous. It sounds ridiculous. I want to make $10 million.
Oh, I love that. You know what, Jennifer? I laugh. You know what? That's a good sign, because that's something
you're crazy. We know this.
Robin says that if you tell your goal to someone and they didn't laugh at you, that means that's not big enough. So add an extra 0 on the top, in front of.
Yeah,
Unless
well,
it's Anthony Robbins.
well, what you said was, once you've done it for yourself, you find out. Like today on that call, we saw there's so many different. You don't know what you don't know, and there's so many people out there. They just want to make money, and if they can see that you're making money, like in 3 minutes you've made 20 grand, you're onto something, and that's scalable. And why wouldn't they want to help you? And it's if you know the right people and you have the right systems, then 10 million, it's completely doable. And it sounds completely mental, but people do it every day. Why not me?
It's just a matter of the game number, right? So
Yeah.
guys, we have an amazing tool available in the lab now. It's called the Blueprint, right? If you guys haven't seen it yet, that's why you can play around with the number. You put your revenue goal. We could show you at the end of today's session. You put your revenue goal in how long you want to achieve it. What is your offer? Whether it's a setup fee, whether it's a monthly, it tells you how many clients you need in what period, and it tells you how many outreach you need to do. So that's very, very good for you left brainer, or those of you that need to know your numbers. Definitely try to take, and it's also available to the free trials too. So if you guys don't, Tatiana maybe can pop the link to the lab. If you guys are not part of the mastermind, you can get the free trial and get access to that tool for free. So definitely try to take advantage of it. That's amazing, Jennifer. I love that. And that $10 million goal, is it by valuation or by revenue?
Well, revenue. Revenue.
Revenue.
We'll
I
go
love
revenue.
Not valuation.
Why not?
So,
Why not?
not $1 million revenue, $10 million valuation. So I love it. Let's
Shoot for the stars, people. Shoot for the stars. We've got the right.
Shoot for the star, and then the worst come to worst, you can get $1 million in revenue, and then as the Kishan say, you need to set up the business in the right way, create a recurring revenue, try not to focus on one customer only, try not to have the business so much dependent on you, put the system and structure in place, and you should be up for a $10 million valuation. Why not? I can see that would happen.
Yeah.
So right coaching, guys. So try to take advantage of this amazing guest speaker we bring every week. You guys are just gonna learn a lot. Imagine in 52 weeks, you're just gonna learn from this guest speaker that they had a tremendous success. I don't bring any small guest speaker. Every guest speaker that we bring is just huge. They had a lot of track record and success. So you guys make sure that to take advantage of this learning, implement and connect with the speakers to expand your network. Yeah. Our network is a network, so that's opportunity. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Amazing. We get back to you at the end. So we got one more story to share, then we do the voting. So Leo, I'm gonna bring you next. Here we go. Hey Leo, how you going? So Leo, by the way, guys, our youngest mastermind member. So Leo, you can introduce yourself, how old you are, what do you do, and share your win.
Yeah, so I will actually start with a first win, which is my MacBook has still survived till that point with 10% battery at 1 a.m. in the morning in Ibiza. No clue how that works. Everyone here is just fucking drunk, and I'm just on this coaching call since 3 hours. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
I thought you were sitting at a tropical island.
No? Yeah, it's like
with your laptop. You just happy chilling.
Yeah, it's unfortunately not that beautiful in the background, Who knows? Tomorrow, hopefully. No. So yeah,
Monday, very soon.
And I'll tell my story because I think it can actually help a lot of people. And so I did basically won the Skool games back then in December with also Atena and everyone else who won the Skool games. And so I met Atena during the mastermind that she hosted in Vegas. I must say that truly changed my life, right? I'm going to try to keep myself super short for the people who have also stuck here for 3 hours, including my own battery. So basically, I met Atena and she spoke, I think, 6 hour long straight, like 8 hour long straight, just speaking about webinars. This is here, how many. I was like, no, the fuck way this works. I was like, sounds too good to be true.
That's so simple. How come something very simple is generated $1 million revenue a few months for Atena? Like that was a breakthrough. Exactly. When I was going through the strategy, I said, hey guys, Facebook has strategy. Use AI. You don't do any targeting. You just tick that option. It was like, I could see like a faces in the room. I'm like, what? Is it as simple? I was like, it's as simple as you make the business to be. That the reason you guys fail is because you overcomplicate this. You have too much going on. Okay, go ahead.
Well,
back to you.
Going into that, and so basically we made about $21,000 during the Skool games December, right? But here's basically what happened. from that moment on, I went to Vegas, and Atana was saying that to me, but I had everyone telling me opinions, and I didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a SaaS, I wanted to do this, I want to move in this direction, and I completely, absolutely lost myself. I lost a very good friend of mine called Enzo on that path because we didn't have any growth anymore. Like, we weren't getting any new students coming in anymore. Like, acquisition completely died off, and especially like also because of new restrictions that came in on Skool and all of that, blah, 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 we lost our full acquisition, right? But also came to a very personal realization, and I want to all of you to think of that. Quick money is nice, but building money which lasts, building system which lasts, that's so much more valuable. Like we were just learning right now, 1 hour ago, from a guy, how to sell $1 million businesses is by having something valuable, something which is a system which runs, right? But also because of your personal, you can sleep nice and we'll make money tomorrow. And so I decided with Oscar and the few people we have in my team, is like, okay, I'm not going to take 1,200 sales calls anymore like last year, like a complete madman. I was like, I want to gain back my time, right? So there's a book, very good book, which is 10x is easier than 2x, a very good book. And I'm actually reading it today in the plane. And basically, it's like, okay, Atena told me the system about basically webinars. And so I tried it, but I didn't fully listen. I didn't want to listen to the full thing. And then I was listening to different mentors. She was saying it before, right? I'm coachable, but not coachable at the same time. And so basically, then we went in actually very dark period. Like, to be honest, it was very, very tough because I don't know if you guys can imagine, you start making 20K per month, and then you go back to 3, 5K, right? And you have a full team you have to basically manage and operate. And that was very, very hard because your own worth, I felt like I was worth less because I was making less money. And I felt like I actually had to go through that. Now in the aftermath, I had to go through that hard time for me to learn and become the person who is capable of making that amount of money we're about to make. And so here's basically what happened, right? I did halfway listen to Atena, half not. And so we built a super complicated funnel with SLO, with lead magnet, with ads, and 4 different campaigns and fucking all over the place. And of course it didn't work. And so in the last 30 days, we burned $3,500 in ads, made $0 on return. So that's the win so far, right? But there's a very, very nice turning point by the end of last week, which is we were like, okay, this is shit. Let's make it super simple. And that's what I'm trying to give you guys some key takeaways from this, which is keep it fucking simple. Like, everything is just so hard. Just keep it simple, because if it's complicated and hard to get it, you will fail and you will give up, right? So keep it simple, because that will also be hard, right? But at least it's simple. And so we basically said, okay, fuck it. Let's run ads straight to webinar. And right now, as of current moment, we have projected the worst metrics, like pretty bad metrics, in terms of like cost per lead and in terms of conversions and all of that. We took the worst metrics we could be and projected by the end of the next month, we're looking at $60,000 per month, right? We have about 80 webinar registrants already for this week webinar, and that with ad spend, right? And so why stick till 1 a.m. in the morning? Because I hope to win, of course, the AIpreneurs games, so we can put that money straight back into ad spend to get back more out. So that's basically why I'm here. And yes, so the biggest heart and the biggest takeaway I wanted to give everyone is everything is hard. But if you have complexity,
listen to
listen to Atena. Listen to Atena.
He literally was showing me is that he was like, we have the YouTube here, we have this, we send them to this. I'm like, Leo, do you understand with how complicated you made this? If this doesn't work, which is not going to work at the first place, how can you diagnose where the leak is? Because you had 6 different channels. Then it's impossible going to be diagnose the issue. Why don't you just keep it simple? Just one webinar, no YouTube. You were, oh my gosh, we send them to the email, then we send them to the YouTube, and then from there we invite them to the webinar. From the webinar, we're gonna do that. I'm like, oh my gosh, there's 6 touch points in here. Every touch point I can see complication about improving and optimizing it. So the lesson here is that keep things simple. Listen to Atena. When I tell you don't do it, don't do it. Because you just
Yes.
my friend.
Yes, Atena, a big shout out to everyone from Atena's team. Like, definitely everyone. That is absolute game changer community, not for me, but as you can see, for everyone else's big wins, and to congrats to all of the other ones for that is putting the efforts, of course, the ones that are seeing results, but also I want to say it has been super hard times, 5 months, pure struggle, losing one of my best friends working with me because we were not able to generate enough money to pay him enough and fairly so he would be happy. So we had to leave basic separate ways. And I don't know if you can imagine what that is to have to basically tell a friend, sorry, but there's not enough money to pay you. So that was a very, very hard time, but also like you have to understand the most progress you will make is in tough times because that's when the most personal development happens. And that's why I know that now this is my projection because I've had the 6 months of pure tough times, hard learnings, and now it's just about, like Atena said, just keep it simple and keep making it better. And so by Sunday, I'll be able to say how much we made in terms of actual revenue.
We're looking forward to that number. And for those who wants to understand more about Leo's story, Leo has just posted his story in the community, mastermind community. So definitely go and check out his post. I'm going to send the link to that as well.
Yeah.
We recorded a fantastic video deep diving into that. So we can learn a lot from your story, Leo, and I think it's very valuable for the entire community as well.
Oh yeah, and I didn't mention I'm 17 years old right now. So that's the last mention.
That's so amazing. And it's when I met the Leo, I know he's gonna be a future millionaire. I knew that from the time I talked to him because he was hungry. 17 years old. What do you think the other 17 years old doing? They're partying, they drinking.
Yeah, he as well.
Right?
He in Ibiza, but I'm working.
And then he was like, I'm hungry, Atena. I'm hungry. And like, I don't do anything. I just work 16 hours a day, dark room. I'm like, oh my gosh, work ethic. This is the work ethic we want. He's hungry. And when I see the hungry clients like Leo getting a lot of advantage of having access to my WhatsApp, messaging me, getting coaching all the time for free. Why he does that? I don't do that to other clients is because I can see he's my future, like my biggest success story because he's hungry. He takes action. He's doing it, right? I can see the work ethic. So that's why it kind of like I'm getting excited about when our members can become there because I can see their vision and I can see where it's coming to them. And well done to all of you, to you, to Jennifer, for your being very brave, for just going all in, just all of a sudden going to make a 20K offer, and then the offer get accepted, and then you realize that what did I just do? I never thought that I could make a 20K offer to one client. Is it even possible? Like for you being brave and action taker, and also being the big dreamer. I'm not saying the dreamer, but I'm saying that setting up big goals and you're taking action because I know you do. And Jonathan, to you as well. From the going to the fires, losing everything. Jonathan sent me a message that the only thing I could salvage was my laptop. Then all of a sudden, everything changed around for him. Like he completely changed the game. He come to the mastermind. He had a couple of breakthroughs. He learned some strategy. He implemented that. Here he goes, making 40K a month already. And we're talking about since January, right? So that's a possibility. Taking action and believing in himself and doing unfamiliar things daily. Well done to you. So proud of you. And Marcus, to you, that you're so brave and you went over your fear. You trusted us. Thank you to all of you for trusting us and trusting what I told you. And then not just taking action straight away. And then already a week into the community, how much growth you had, mindset wise, skill set wise, and also revenue wise. Absolute big win. We cannot wait to see how you grow from here, Marcos. And Sam, to you as well. Well done. Working full time as a teacher and at the same time starting a business and already signing up 6 people to him, making 10K a month is only like a short period of time, like 2 months. I think he's been working on that. Appointment setting didn't work, show up didn't work. Coaching session with Tatiana, getting help from the community. Amazing. Thank you so much for taking action and believing that. I do remember I had a call with him initially, believing that it doesn't take long until he can leave his full-time job. And just, trusting us in this process, showing up to all the live sessions with Azriel, taking action. So congratulations to all of you. It's very, very hard to vote. So I'm not going to do any voting myself. I'll leave it to the community to vote. You cannot vote to yourself though. So you guys that are the candidates, the 5 of you, vote to someone else, not to yourself. So the voting to someone else doesn't. Tatiana already created that. There's a type form. So
there's a link there. Yes. So just follow the link. Just click on the name for the person you want to vote for and submit. As easy as that. We're going to give everyone a couple of minutes to complete that. And we will announce the results very, very soon.
All right.
I think it would be great to have some music in here, right? Well, we don't have any.
We could put some background music. So just
I
gonna
always
give it.
voted for my student.
It's just guys, very simple. I just submitted my vote. I'm not gonna announce who I voted to. Keep it secret. Tatiana, make sure you do the same.
Yes.
But guys, don't cheat. Don't wait for yourself. We wouldn't find out, but yeah.
So we already have 9 responses so far, and I can see that we have 19 people in the room. So make sure everybody votes.
So guys, just put in the chat if you voted, please. We need 19 votes. Here we go.
Okay, let me
1, 2, 3,
refresh.
4,
We
5.
have 10
7.
votes so far. We need more votes.
Pop the link again.
I'll pop the link again, yes.
And guys, those of you that are not here in the list this month, May has started already, right? So we already at the start of the games and the race is on. The reason that, guys, we do that is number of reasons. Number one, we want to create a bit of extra incentive for you guys to, push yourself. I mean, as Leo said, an extra $1,000 cash, you can put it in the ad, and that's gonna give him, potentially generate him like 50 more people to register to his webinar. So
I
that's
need
the
more webinar.
Yes, and also obviously the branding opportunity for you guys is great, but also like you guys sharing your inspiring stories that all the other members can learn from your strategy. How many of you learned today just from these people sharing their strategy? You learn, right? You learn a lot because this is a real success story. This is not theory. They've gone through this journey. They've done it. Something didn't work, something worked. So that's for everyone to learn. And also for those of you that have a limited belief and you're thinking that, oh wow, like 20K, if I make 20K in 1 year, I'm gonna be really good. But then you're hearing that Jennifer that made 20K in 3 minutes, basically. She just
A
put
million. Come on, come talk to me. I'll sort you limited beliefs out in 2 seconds.
Yeah, right. So you hearing this story, or like a Marcus, for example, double the revenue overnight. Why? Because he just did some simple thing. Jonathan turning around his life story from salvaging a laptop to all of a sudden making 40K a month, or to the Sam full-time teacher, and then all of a sudden making 10K a month in only like a few weeks. So this is a possibility you can see, and I'm gonna say if Sam could do it, I could do that too. If Marcus could do that, I could do that too. If Jennifer could do that, right? So this is the thing. Once we see that something is doable and possible, we're going to try for it. That's the whole thing about the success. You just need to read the success story and believe it's possible and trust the process, trust us, and just keep going and keep showing up. All right, so how many votes do we have so far?
I think we have the issue. We have 10 votes, and I think that's probably the maximum that's coming through. No more votes are coming through. Maybe we have the issue with the form, I believe.
All right, okay.
Nicole mentioned that the form is not working.
So those of you that the form is not working, could you put yours what? Because it's gonna take us a while to fix this tech issue.
For those who did not have a chance to vote on the form, that's a good suggestion. Just vote in the chat, or you can just message. Yes.
You can message Tatiana if you want to keep it private. Message to Tatiana. So either way would work, whatever you feel comfortable. So Tatiana, if you don't mind to take the votes and
going to calculate now.
and are you able to share the result of the backend with everyone?
I'm able to share the results from the type form of the
Okay.
10 ones
right.
we have. Yeah.
And I've got a couple of more
Sounds
votes. We got one more to Jennifer, one more to Leo. So guys, last chance. If your submit didn't go through, please just message Tatiana or just put in the chat who you vote to.
Okay, any more submissions? Okay, very good. So let me show the results from the type form. Yes, and then also combining from the results in the chat as well. Da-da-da-da, very nervous moment. Okay, here we go. So in the type form, we have Jennifer Brunelli, who's leading. And then I've been adding other submissions from the chat. So we got one more for Leo and we got one more for Jennifer. So I believe this makes Jennifer the winner. Congratulations, Jennifer. Well done. Well
I can't
done.
believe it. I never win anything. Thank you so much.
Now you always
I'm
win. You
surprised.
always win.
Thank you.
That's the
really
new
kind.
mindset we have. Yes, thank you so much, everyone, guys, for voting and for submitting your votes. And honestly, I truly agree with Atana. Everyone is the winner this month. All the wins are so unique and so different, right? Everyone has got their own journey, has got their own insights, and it's just so amazing. I've never seen anything like it. So I'm so much looking forward to May and the new wins that we're going to have. And thank you so much, guys, for sharing. You know, it's a win for you first and foremost. It's for a win for you because you've gone through that journey. You've learned so much, right? It's your win. No matter if you won today or not. Yes, no matter if you got those votes or not, it's still your huge, huge win. I'm so, so proud of you all. And just to remind everyone that we're going to set higher goals for May, right? So make sure all of you book another call with me. We map out your strategy. We continue working towards the next set of goals that you have, right? That is so, so important.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Again, congratulations to all the winners. And Jennifer, I'll get your details to transfer the $1,000 cash to you. Congratulations again. And maybe put that money back into Setter or maybe add to, that's
That
what
would be good. That would be good.
you could do. And also the podcast. So we will contact you about the Get Interview in my podcast. You're based in Australia, so maybe you can make a trip to Sydney and then we do in-person podcast interview.
I would love that. That would be unbelievable. That would make
The
my
podcast is
life.
studio office, so we could do that. So yes, thank you again, everyone, and any one of you that's from the free community. Not many. A couple of you here. If you're interested to join a mastermind, have a chat with Tatiana. She popped the link.
Yes.
And,
If you're interested in Mastermind, if you would like to know more about how our members win and how we can take it to the next level, I'm happy to have a chat. My calendar will be open for the next few days, so make sure to book the time available for you. I do not normally open that many slots, so make sure you take the opportunity to schedule with me. And yeah, we can have a chat to map out your strategy, and you will walk away with a blueprint how to move your business forward. That's very, very important. We're happy to share our expertise with all of you. And we, of course, want to have you in our mastermind community and in our journey, because as Atina mentioned, if you are not with us, we cannot help you. And that makes me very, very sad, as Atina mentioned. So I know that we can help you. I know that I can help you working with you. So definitely take this opportunity, schedule a call, and we'll see what we can come up with together.
that's fantastic. Thanks again, everyone, and we see you next time. Cheers. See you back in the community. Bye, everyone.